My two favorite dramas that came out of this, one is Canada was never allowed not to be scuffed. I thought that was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. The fact that Canada was consistently not allowed to have its own maple leaf, I was like, that's really, really funny. And that France got so upset about losing their, like, their stripes down the left side of it that they started trying to negotiate with a whole bunch of big streamers in the US, like Hassan, like Mizkif, all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, please do not do this, huh? And then just like, why does it matter? Like, the stakes were so high and so low at the same time, simultaneously. And watching, like, the French flag get taken over was just like, oh, it was a thing of complete and utter beauty. No, not for helping. I'm on the other side, Stitchins. I'm very happy that Canada never succeeded. Go the rest of the world who's preventing Canada from ever forking their maple leaf. This disgusting symbol of colonization should have been wiped off the map. If you're not aware with what r/place was, it's been done twice before. I can't remember the first time, but basically the concept was really simple. Anyone with a Reddit account could place a single pixel on a screen, and you would have to wait 5 minutes before you were able to place another one of a variety of colors. And then if you zoom out, you would see this incredible collection of pixel art that was being made by millions of people around the planet. And then it became kind of a team sports thing, where people were putting their country flags, because nationalism is apparently really huge. They were putting a whole bunch of Among Us's everywhere. Streamers were getting into it. Destiny had one. Hassan had one. And then Hassan's would evaporate when he didn't stream anymore, and everyone's like, oh, he doesn't have a community. And then Destiny would be like, I have nothing but a community because everyone is involved with me all the time. But then it also got kind of weird because it was kind of like, oh, I'm Destiny likes to take advantage of his parasocial relationship with his fans, and then he just spends all day in his own like chat lines, and it was a whole thing. But then they battled each other, but then Destiny prevailed, and then the dog got squished, and it was really, really sad. Like there was a lot of lore. There was a lot of emotion that went on one pixel at a time. One pixel at a time. Like if you saw it start to finish, it was wild. I think Shark Zero is going to have such an amazing video on this. Shark Zero is kind of breaking into becoming a video essayist. So check this out. This is a Shark Zero debut.
This right here is the final map of what was left behind at the end of the battle for r/place. It's a unique limited time subreddit that's just a blank canvas and allows you to draw anything your heart desires. I know what you're thinking. Letting Redditors draw whatever they want sounds like a disaster. Well, it was.
No!
It was one of those cool kind of disasters. You just couldn't take your eyes off of it. My whole Twitch community was losing.
It's okay, it didn't count. It wasn't a dong. It was actually just a collection of very small pixels. And when zoomed out, maybe some people will assume it's something that it's not. It was certainly, I believe it was at most a rocket or a car.
Sleep over their pixels, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But this was released on April Fool's Day, so you know there has to be a catch. You can draw whatever you want. You just are limited to placing one pixel every 5 minutes. So every single pixel that you're looking at right now was more or less placed by a completely unique individual. So what was originally a simple concept turned into a complete all-out internet war between communities, all fighting for the same space on the same canvas, one pixel at a time. It forced you to form alliances. You wanted to get revenge. Small communities banding together to make sure that they were able to.
France negotiated. That's probably one of my two favorite dramas that came out of this. One is Canada was never allowed not to be scuffed. I thought that was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. The fact that Canada was consistently not allowed to have its own maple leaf, I was like, that's really, really funny. And that France got so upset about losing their stripes down the left side of it that they started trying to negotiate with a whole bunch of big streamers in the US, like Hassan, like Mizkif, all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, please do not do this, huh? And then just like, why does it matter? Like, the stakes were so high and so low at the same time, simultaneously. And watching, like, the French flag get taken over was just like, oh, it was a thing of complete and utter beauty.
To keep their plot. It was all out madness. And in that war to the very last second, we were able to keep our spot. Right here. Or here. I never said it was anything massive. It's a humble spot. A safe one too, right next to Berserk. Or so I thought. But the question is, how did we do it? This is how we survived r/place.
So, hey, look forward to that coming up on Shark Zero's channel. He's gonna be making, I guess, some long form video essays, joining forces, crossing over to the other world, the YouTube world, you know. But this one's about why Canada should have done better.
Me, Mutahar, like every person that opens up their dumpy in the morning, I decided to load up instead of Twitter this day, which is actually far greater for the mental health. Reddit has a lot more interesting facts on it than Twitter, which is just sad and angry all the time. But this time when I signed on Reddit, I got a nice little pop-up that showed me something about a new Reddit board, r/place, which might be one of my most favorite wholesome places ever. And I'm kind of sad that it's all going to be over tomorrow. This is a 4-day experiment. But to really tell you about it, back in 2017, they made a collab.
Hey, Sake Tanuki, thank you.
Sake Tanuki gifted
Sake.
4 subscription.
Or is it? I've had it wrong all along. Hey, everyone who just got a free sub from Sake Tanuki, give him a big thank you. That's awesome.
Collaborative group. All right, basically a little Reddit board where people could jump in. They could point a little pixel every like 5 minutes and create internet pixel art for the world to enjoy. It was a collaborative piece, and right now they've brought it back, which means it's a wholesome experiment that 3.3 million people are members of. And if it's one thing that could screw this up is Reddit turning this into an NFT, you know, like a week later. But I'm gonna hope to God that the world isn't destroyed in that capacity. Now, if you go to r/place and you click on this, you'll actually launch into, again, this little pixel dropper. And of course, if you log in, you can like place a tile at any moment. Like I can click. Anyways, as you can see, there's a lot of sussiness going on. But you could, if I had logged in, you could select any, sort of color and place a tile. And every 5 minutes, you're sort of given that clearance. But
this
there's
is
a couple
near the
things
last
to really
day.
learn from all this situation. And yes, if you zoom in anywhere, you're going to find a lot of Among Us. But I wanted to kind of go through this tapestry and sort of look at all the cool pieces of art that people have been covering that I found pretty interesting. So to start off with, we've got the old start button.
Yeah, the functional start button at the bottom, that was pretty
Oh,
that was pretty cool.
There's so much Among Us.
Yeah.
There's a start button.
Oh, there's Among Us like hidden in almost all of them near the end. Like, cause it's kind of like people would just accept it. They would be like, "Oh shit! Like, look at these little Among Us inside there," and I'm like, "All right, fine."
From Windows XP, and of course they have entire Reddit
Yeah, the sneaky sussies were a thing of absolute beauty. I agree with that.
pages, Reddit subreddits, just to actually create the pieces of art. You've got OSU, you've got flags, you've got Windows, and the best one of all, the one that I will always defend and hope to God that it hasn't been tampered with, is the Linux one. There's Tux! Oh my God! Here's our boy Tux! Right there sitting around, and he's got a pretty big sized over here too. That's actually quite impressive. To the left of him, you got a bunch of little small pixel
Right
art.
underneath
You got
Palestine.
LTTstore.com, so you got a little Linus down there.
There were so many cryptocurrencies. There were so many websites, and I was like, "Oh, cringe." And you just know they're in the disco, like, "Come on, crypto bros, we must keep our Ethereum coin as large as possible. Get people to invest into the Doge."
Again, though, the French flag definitely takes up a giant lion majority of the share. I think there's actually multiple like flags. I think Germany is basically taking advantage of invading the entire like place pool. So if you see the flag everywhere, don't be surprised. The Germans haven't gotten the message yet. People are already defacing the MLP shit, so they're already trying to, the bronies are already trying to remove some of the stuff. There's an intense war going on over here. And in the corner, you can see that an Among Us is brewing too. An Among Us is brewing as well. Here's an entire peach that I saw today, and if you...
It's the Fruity
have you
Loops
seen
peach.
it? Did you Among Us? There's so much of this shit, dude. It's insane. You've also got sports teams with their massive flags. Like here you got Argentina right around, but Among Us. But here you can see some pretty cool pixel art that people have made. And again, it's all impressive because you got giant communities who are literally putting pixel upon pixel on just to actually draw all this art too. And it's a massive piece in tapestry. Like I want to end up printing this out and making like a bedsheet out of it because I think it would be a really, really sick experiment to do, man. Here's like a really freaky piece that I found, all covered in...
This really freaky piece evolved. It was one of the first things to happen at the bottom, and it came in so creepy from the get-go. I feel like this one is one of the ones that kind of started building organically, because it was really large, and it had these black tentacles, and it kind of like spread out, and then eventually it started filling in with a whole bunch of different layers and stuff. I don't know if this one was a planned one.
Flags and Among Us. This is like the Void creature,
Yeah,
and they've
the Void.
actually created a giant... This is one of the largest pieces in the entire situation. I think the only thing I've seen is probably the Star Wars piece, like, left to it. Hey, there's Wubby over there, and there's Kenny from South Park. God damn! Hey, I found it. So here you got a road over here of like Among Us characters. And I think they were trying to make like every car an Among Us car, but this is actually a road that is just traveling around in its entire system too. So here you got like a tunnel that begins, right? And again,
Very
this is like a
cool.
massive like road system that they've made in the art piece. So you like go into the tunnel, and as you go scroll higher and higher, you can see like points of the tunnel just going through. And then it makes like a turn here. right here into like r/fuck cars. And I'm surprised not every piece here is an Among Us character.
It
But hey,
eventually
you know,
became them.
sometimes you can be continuously surprised. You've got good old Kirby. Kirby. Oh, man. You got Kirby and Moon Man in that? Jesus Christ. And you've got Supersonic, or as I like to call it, Sonichu. And they've also got like flags, like Turkey is like massive, like it's either Turkey or Germany is all I've been seeing. And this actually started what I like to call the first actual metaverse wars. So apparently all the streamers on Twitch have actually like been streaming r/place just to draw like their logos
so
and
exciting.
like their, you know, communities on the tab.
It was so oddly exciting because the massive streamers like XQC, who had what, like 200,000 viewers, like he would have the power to just find an area and be like, that, and then it would just be like you just see it like build in real time, and then like he'd be like that, and then we just see it get destroyed, like you're like, holy shit. It's like 100,000 people all working in conjunction just like blah.
XQC has slowly become one of the most hated figures on r/place.
Oh yeah,
he's currently involved in wars amongst the Turkish community.
And he had too much power.
Turkish streamer right here,
way too much power,
who's got like 125,000 viewers defending the Turkish flag. And yeah, before anybody wants to say it, this is in fact a digital turf war going on, so I don't want to get in further because this might have some legal.
It's so true. You don't even think about it. Everyone's having too much fun though. It was about the pixels. It was about the pixels, eh?
Implications. So let's move on to the next bit. Nothing is more impressive, though, than the actual Mexicans, because they have decided to create what is one of the cooler-looking pixel flags, but the Mexicans weren't impressed enough. They decided to go even further and create a much more impressive flag. So they decided to add aspects of their culture, and then finally they created this beautiful-looking piece of tapestry. So they got a little bit of that Mayan, Aztec culture blended in with the Mexican flag. And I actually wanted to bring it up because I think that is the best flag period on the entire thing. No Germany, okay? Putting your 3 lines all across a tapestry does not constitute as a flag. That constitutes as a fucking invasionary force, okay? And it's not tolerated. Stop it. Somebody actually animated the Minecraft loading screen. Look at that shit.
I've already seen this one. That one's like, that's fucking incredible. Like, just think of the amount of time, coordination, and like everyone would have had to have been assigned. Like, I'm sure they all did it with some kind of an app or something. People said they had apps that showed you how to draw in the r/place, and because everyone would take a piece kind of idea. But wow.
God, they got it down to a T. You can hear it. That's so sick. See, to do this, to do all of that takes like a lot of like, you know, collaborative effort too. So I'm just impressed looking at that, and it's always cute to see the community come.
That's what was so interesting about r/place is because yes, the sample size was terminally online people, so there's no question there's a distinct kind of person who would have been invested in these little mini wars, but it would simultaneously show you the best and the worst of humanity. Everything from like the nationalization to the wars to the racism to the pro-LGBTQ to the anti-LGBTQ, just manifesting in various forms, beautiful things, horrifying things, sexy things, people being way too horny, people not being horny enough, like everything. It was all there, and it was just like pixel by pixel playing out in real time. Drama between people, drama between Hassan and Destiny. I'm gonna end with that after showing you some of the other things, but it's wild.
Together for what is one of the most wholesome little internet things.
But it was incredibly
wholesome.
Hello,
Fire Emblem. Well, what I found really cool was seeing this meteor hit, and it wasn't like the meteor that destroyed the dinosaurs. This one disappeared pretty quickly, and frankly, it covered the small art pieces, which is probably the one sadder parts out of it, but still, it's cool seeing an animated 8-bit meteor hit live tapestry art. That is something you'll only see once every few years, it seems. So here's like a time lapse of the entire situation. So you can see the flags already dotting it, all the actual, all the effort put into it. You know, Osu's over there trying to get hit, but it survived. And this is like within like literally 12 hours of place being active that it became this wild, which I like. And if you look up there, Genshit. I like the connection loss. It's always beautiful. I always screw with old people. So here's like what Void was. So here you've got like here you've got the first iteration of Void. Then it evolved, which already is like, this is impressive. Then it became this clusterfuck. And now what you got Void is like right here. Like, this is void in of itself. It just literally is becoming hell. Of course, nothing hurts me harder than witnessing Canada fall from, like, any form of grace. Like, here's the Canadian flag being attempted, okay? For 1 minute, we're gonna watch the Canadians try to attempt an actual flag.
Oh, I love this. The world banded together to bully Canada. That's so funny.
Guys, it's a leaf. We literally have the easiest flag. There's only one flag easier than ours, and it's Japan, okay? All right, they literally just draw a dot, okay? Come on now. It's a leaf, Canada. Figure it the fuck out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. It's like it's like a virus. It's like literally a viral agent. At some point, I think we make a banana too, but we're trying to make the leaf. No, we're getting rid of it. Start from scratch again. Oh, look at that, Canada, guys. At no point was a banana part of the meme. And no, why is it yellow? What's wrong with Canada? So here's another attempt at Canada, which
Well done,
guys, okay, look at
Well
okay,
done.
I'm not even gonna give Japan the benefit there because let's be honest, y'all flag is easy as hell. It's a red dot. Come on, Canada, okay? It's a leaf. Figure it out. Oh no, there's so much Among Us. No, stop. So here you got GameStop GME. So this is like where you had like Wall Street or r/Superstonk. But look at the graph actually. So the graph just keeps going. Like look at it.
One of my contributions in a different form, but I don't know if you saw this, was an interaction with Infrared. So I'm sure you all know Haas. Look at these streamers cringe fighting over Reddit pixels, Lamau. Every streamer is just as petty as me. The difference is that I'm honest about it. Formally announcing Guerrilla Army doesn't give a shit about Reddit or Reddit pixels. As the day I took off today, I recommend my followers read books instead. I recommend Jack London's The Iron Heel. But then I found this, and then I was like, if you don't care and refuse to participate, how do you explain this? Caught in 4K! Yes, that's right. 100%. Most definitely the work of Infrared and Haas. There's no denying that one.
Real quick, it goes through the nether portal and then it ends out on the other side. And then if you keep going up, it actually literally will go through, it turns into a bridge here. And then it goes through like the portal, like the portals from like literal portal. And then it just ends up going to another bridge. It's actually super sick. Like people will take one little piece of like art and then all the communities will incorporate that across the board. There's also like surprisingly not a bunch of dick and ass. Like I know that they were trying to get 2B's ass basically up here. But I guess that wasn't cool.
There was
like
boobas
for some reason, like we just
point.
switched to Among Us entirely. Oh shit! Look at that, India. Oh hell! Wait, why are we shorter than the German flag? Oh, they're just getting so used to invading it. God damn, dude, the Germans are wild. Yeah, like you really gotta have eyes for it. Like if you just like look at this image real quick, or do you see Among Us anywhere? Because I definitely
the mods
see
were wiping the dicks
cases.
and boobs.
You've got
How could the mods
right
control that though?
You've got Among Us right here, and you got plenty different kinds of Among Us too. So honestly, like the Among Us is so massive that because it's so easy to make, that you just see it like everywhere across the tapestry. I think I saw a script somewhere. I don't know if it's even on GitHub where they actually have a tracker running around finding all the different pieces of Among Us out there. But there's a lot of it, dude. So if you're Among Us allergic, this is not the tapestry for you. I will tell you that right now. So before we end, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind everyone, Canada will never be getting a proper flag because Canadians cannot draw a maple leaf worth shit. But that said, though, if you want to help out for Canada, please do so at $187,499. If you could, that would be absolutely appreciated. That said, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to show you this crime against nature. This is Destiny's official account, by the way.
Oh my god, guys, you chill. What the fuck? June, go.
So much drama inside of just like a handful, a small amount of pixels.
Pixels, okay? It's pixels, and you did it. You fucking killed it.
It's so sad. It's so sad. And this is from Stygians. Apparently Canada did get a small redemption.
It's the bots. The bots that Canada has going right now are like stupid. Get your color ready, get ready to hit the tick, and this should just manifest. On 1, 3, 2, 1, fire. It's so good. It's so close. It's so close. Stop the bots. No. Stop. Okay, so good. It's so good. It's so good. Come on. What are the bots doing? Oh my god, dude. It's so correct. Why are... Who are the... Okay, Canada. It's the bots.
No,
The
this
bots
is
that Canada has going right now are like...
no, not for helping. I'm on the other side, Stitchins. I'm very happy that Canada never succeeded. Go the rest of the world who's preventing Canada from ever warping their maple leaf. This disgusting symbol of colonization should have been wiped off the map. I'm much happier about the Every Child Matters being secure underneath it. How did UBC, of all the universities in this country, get their own little thing? They must have had people at UBC participating in that at the same time. Oh, there's the Métis symbol. That's cute. Oh, there's a handful of them. There's the Inuit symbol too. Neat. Mini, smaller scales.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we are prepared to conduct many a human sacrifices in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble yet incompetent jesters, trying in vain to bring some levity into your life. To our Lord Trevor R., we give you thanks for this meager plot of land for us to toil away our pathetic existence. To our brave knights, Carl Wauer, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Mayred, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruben Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Nate, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Jenna Tal, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Saren 42, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Agent NDN, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We salute our mighty heroes off to conquest some bread in some far-off land.